Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for everything business. My name's Adam Torres. You can follow me at Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special Reunion 2020 episode. What's that? That's when I bring on a guest I had on in the past because I liked him so much I had to bring him right on back. So today's guest is Adam Mendler, and he's the CEO over at the Veloz Group, and he's also a host at the 30-Minute Mentors podcast. Adam, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Adam, for having me.
Oh, man, so I'm excited to get into this. I love that you launched the podcast. I know you're a guy that has a lot to say, and I love the topic and theme, and we're going to do a deep dive into your podcast and why everybody listening to this one should also listen to yours. But before we do that, let's get a little bit further into the Veloz Group. So tell us a little bit more about the business, please.
Absolutely. Firstly, thank you for having me back on. It was an awesome experience being on your show the first time, and fired up to be back time number 2, and it's truly an honor, so thank you. As far as the Veloz Group goes, for listeners who may not have tuned in the first time or who did tune in the first time, but maybe I wasn't memorable enough, we have a few different businesses under our umbrella, and our main business is an office furniture company called Beverly Hills Chairs. We're the leading sellers in the country of refurbished high-end chairs. So we sell Herman Miller Aeron chairs, Herman Miller Mira chairs, Steelcase Leap chairs, all of the chairs that companies want to buy, but that cost a lot of money brand new, we offer at deeply discounted pricing. So the Herman Miller Aeron chair costs $1,200 brand new. We sell it for about $500 refurbished. They look like brand new chairs. Functionally, they're like brand new chairs. We offer a lifetime warranty. We sell to small to medium-sized businesses, but we also sell chairs to the U.S. Senate and to West Point and to major universities and some major companies. So that's one business we have. We have a cigar company called Custom Tobacco. Custom Tobacco is a unique concept. You can go to customtobacco.com and create your own fully customized cigars. Everything's customized, the shape, the size, the blend, the wrapper, filler, flavor, and you can create your own fully customized cigar band. So it's a very popular item for gift givers and for event planners. So those have become our core customers. And then we also do some software development, technology consulting. We've developed a little bit of a niche in the insurance space. We have some clients who we've helped build some custom software products for in the insurance space as well as some other industries. And then I personally, we're going to talk about the podcast, but I do a lot of writing and speaking about leadership and management and entrepreneurship. So enough to keep me busy, but love being engaged and, just enjoy doing what I do.
That's awesome. Let's just jump right into the podcast, man. Tell us what we can expect. Tell us where to find it. Let's get right in. I'm excited to have a guy like you on the podcast, building the podcasting community. Tell us more.
Oh, thank you. Really appreciate that. So the name of the show, as you mentioned, Adam, is 30-Minute Mentors. You can find it at 30minutementors.com. You can also find it at my website, adammendler.com. You could also find it on every major podcasting platform, iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, you name it. What is 30-Minute Mentors all about? The name of the show is pretty self-explanatory. It's 30-minute conversations with the best network of mentors that anyone could possibly access. So I go one-on-one for 30 minutes each week with a different extraordinary individual. I try to give listeners access to leading CEOs, founders, celebrities, athletes, influencers, current and former generals and admirals, people who have incredibly interesting and unique and thoughtful perspectives to share with listeners on how they made it, how they got to the top, but more importantly, how listeners can get to the top as well. So I really try to spend that 30 minutes probing deeply on how listeners can take the experiences of those who have made it to ultimately make it themselves, ultimately being able to walk away with tangible, practical advice that they can apply to their daily lives.
So how many, I know, and I believe you started this in January. How many episodes are out there so far, just to give us a feel for it? Because I suggest everybody, and give us an idea of some of the guests you've had on, because I want everybody to go check that out and to listen to the whole catalog.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. You're the man. So 5 episodes have launched so far. Week 1, I launched with 3 episodes. So the first 3 episodes that I launched with were an interview with the co-founder of Kayak, the CEO of Deloitte Consulting, and Suzanne Somers. Week 2 was an interview with the CEO of Gold's Gym. This past Tuesday, I launched episode 5, which was an interview with the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Michigan. Next week's guest is the co-founder of FanDuel. And I have a lot of interviews recorded and just ready to roll one out each week and fired up about what's to come.
Oh man, that's so exciting. What's been one of the more interesting takeaways you've gotten? Because this is the thing, when you're a podcaster and when you're in that community, like, you learn something from your guests like every day. It doesn't matter the conversation. It doesn't matter who the guest is. I mean, you name some really heavyweight names, but I just find it's just that exchange of information is just something else. What's been one of your memorable moments from one of your shows?
I've learned so much from each one of my guests, as you've expressed so eloquently. A big takeaway for me, and it's something that I learned before I started podcasting because I had a little bit of a head start. I have an interview series called Lessons in Leadership, and it's not a podcast. It's in Thrive Global, and they're written interviews. So they're 1,000 to 2,000 word interviews, and I've done around 350 of them. And I've interviewed some of America's top leaders for that series. And that was sort of what gave me the inspiration for the podcast. And one of the things that I learned in doing that series, and I'm still doing it, but the podcast is just a really fun experience, and it's a way to bring those words to life and to just do it in a completely different way. But a big takeaway for me was that, and is, that the advice that any one of these guests give, so the guest could be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. The guest could be the founder of a multi-billion-dollar tech startup. The guest could be a Hall of Fame athlete. The guest could be a retired 3-star general. The advice that guest gives is universally applicable. It doesn't matter who the listener is, what the listener does. The listener could take that advice to the bank. The listener could take that advice, apply it to his or her life, and it will make a huge difference. And that's something that has been, extremely interesting to me. And with every interview I do, it's just, reinforced time and time again.
Man, that's awesome. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see this, to see your podcast continue to evolve and grow, and to see you continue to just put out great content. So I know you said it once, but I do want to get it in there again. So name of the podcast, where can everybody listen? Because now everybody that's been in their office or driving or something else, you've been kind of passively listening. We know how this podcasting works, so I'm going to give you a moment in time just to stop and just listen for a second. Let's make it active and not passive just for a moment, please. Adam, tell us where they can listen, please.
Adam, you are a great man. I should hire you as my publicist. I mean, you're incredible. You could find this show at 30minutementors.com. The name of the show is 30 Minute Mentors. You can find it at adammendler.com, which is my website. 30 Minute Mentors on iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, everywhere. 30 Minute Mentors.
Fantastic. And that's a great way to end it. So, Adam, really excited to have you back on the show. Excited to see the show unfold and all the great stuff and great content you put out there. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. I wasn't joking. Go check it out, 30-Minute Mentors podcast. You won't be disappointed. And if you like this podcast, by the way, and you're listening for the first time, hit the subscribe button. Don't be scared. It won't bite you. Just hit the subscribe button and leave us some comments. And if you're watching this, by the way, on the YouTube channel, the Mission Matters Business YouTube channel, then leave us some comments in the comment section. Love to hear your thoughts on not just this show, but on podcasting in general. Let us know what you're up to if you're a podcaster out there too also. And Adam, thanks again for coming on the show.